Hello, back again with another video. I really don't want to make this video, but I'm going to make it anyway because it's going outside of voodoo tradition, but I will talk about it because, you know, I like to talk about things like this and, hey, why limit myself anyway? Well, today I'm going to talk about reincarnation and what you call the gros bon ange whatsoever, or the higher self. Some people call it the zétoile whatsoever. They mix it up, zétoile. I mean, it's crazy, But anyhow, let's just play this. I'm gonna call it the gros bon ange for today. This is called the higher part of the self, or what you call a higher self. Reincarnation. Definitely want to talk about that. Basically, in voodoo, there is no concept of reincarnation. I will say this, but that does not mean that it does not exist. Breaking away from tradition and talking about things, from my experience and what I know. When we're talking about reincarnation, we are not talking about the individual soul. We put like this individuals, we talk about individual bodies and this and that, but we're talking about the higher self, or what we call the gros bon ange. This part of the self is a universal self. A lot of people, they talk about, oh, this is the T-bon ange and this and that. They talk about they talk about things in voodoo and they don't know what they're talking about. When we're talking about the gros bon ange, we are talking about the universal self, or the universal self that is connected to you, I, and everyone else. When things occur in this universal sense, it does not happen individually. What you know is not individual knowledge, it is universal knowledge. Because when you are living in this, what you call the gros bon ange, Christians call it the Holy Spirit. This is a universal cosmic body that connects everything together as one. So we're talking about reincarnation. This is not an individual experience. This is the collective universal experience of the cosmic self. This gros bon ange. So when we're talking about the birth of a child, the birth of an alligator, the birth of a plant, this is one experience in this universal self called the gros bon ange. This is basically the universal self. Universal I am presence, some people call it. Some people call it I am. So this is what you would call in Kabbalah, the Keter aspect, or the Ru'ul Kodesh whatsoever. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. I'm not Hebrew whatsoever, or Jewish whatsoever. But yes, this is the universal self, No, excuse me, I said Ru'ul Kodesh. That's, what was it? If I'm correct, that's that may be Arab. It's Ru'ah HaKodesh in Hebrew, if I'm correct. Yes, that's what it is. Ru'ah HaKodesh whatsoever, But yes, when we're talking about reincarnation, again, people talk about I probably was this person, and I probably was that person. This is what you call experiential knowledge in regards to meditation. When you meditate, this is a thing that a lot of people do. They meditate for tarot card reading, but most people don't meditate to receive revelation about mysteries that happen in the universe. But I definitely say this was a revelation that came to me one day in meditation, which allowed me to intuit this revelation, that I bring today. So when we're talking about reincarnation, it's not an individual thing. It's a universal thing that happens within the universal self. This Ba, some people, that's what they call in ancient Egypt, and I guess in Hindu tradition, it is called the Atman itself. Same thing. Different cultures talk about the same thing, But this is higher knowledge that you will not find in voodoo, because a lot of people are stuck in just the rituals and the service of spirits. This is more of like something that when you're individual, you sit down and you basically ponder on mysteries itself, and these things come to you in revelation, But again, I would recommend a lot of you voodooisans out there to start getting into meditation. Do not limit yourself just to basic, service of spirits and stuff like that. Learn. Pick up books on yoga. Pick up books on, meditation. Do those things. Understand your body as well, because there's things in voodoo that are not talked about because they're not there. I mean, there's knowledge in the Hindu tradition which goes into detail about chakras and stuff like that, which is not in voodoo. There's nothing wrong with making what you practice better. So with that said, I conclude this video and I hope that it was very informative. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.